Hello once again and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Vessi Orlis, and today I want to talk to you about something that is actually very important. Something a lot of men struggle with but rarely talk about honestly. And that is how to tell when a woman is genuinely interested in you or when she is simply wasting your time and keeping you around for attention. Because the truth is, sometimes it's not very obvious. And people end up stuck in situationships that go nowhere for months or even years. Now, I know this topic can be a little tricky, because there are times when you genuinely can't tell whether a woman likes you or whether she is just stringing you along. Since one day she is warm, friendly, and engaging, and the next day she suddenly becomes distant, cold, and unavailable. And that emotional inconsistency can really mess with your head and make you start overthinking everything. So the real question becomes, how do you quickly figure out whether this is someone who actually wants to build something real with you? Or someone who is simply using you as a source of validation and entertainment? So let's get straight into it. And I'll give you a few things you should seriously pay attention to. The first major sign is when she constantly takes a long time to get back to you. And I'm not talking about normal busy behavior because, of course, people have jobs, responsibilities, and real lives. And sometimes even I go hours without checking my phone or replying to messages. But the key difference is consistency and intention. Because if someone is genuinely interested in you, no matter how busy they are, the moment they get free, they will want to see if you texted. They will want to hear from you. And if they missed your call, they will actually feel bad and make an effort to get back to you. So, a good rule of thumb is this. If within 24 hours of reaching out to her, checking up on her, asking how her day went, or just trying to have a normal conversation, she still hasn't responded at all, not even a basic reply, chances are very high that she is not that interested, because interest always creates urgency, and people make time for what they care about. The second sign you really need to watch out for is when she keeps canceling plans repeatedly, because once or twice is understandable, things happen, emergencies come up, life gets in the way. But if every single time you suggest meeting up, she agrees at first and then cancels at the last minute with a new excuse, and this pattern keeps repeating itself over and over again, then you are not dealing with bad timing. You are dealing with low priority. If she genuinely wanted to see you, she would find a way, even if she was busy, even if she had a tight schedule. Because when someone is interested, they create space for you in their life instead of pushing you to the background. The third sign is when she introduces you as a friend. And this one hurts a lot of guys because it usually comes after weeks or months of talking, flirting, going out, and building emotional connection. So in your mind, you think something real is developing. But then one day you meet her friends or her family and she casually refers to you as just a friend. And in that moment, you need to accept the reality for what it is. Because how she defines you publicly is how she truly sees you privately. The fourth sign is when she tells you she is not ready for a relationship, or that she just wants to be friends and see where things go. Because a lot of men interpret this as a challenge and think they just need to try harder, be more romantic, more patient, more consistent. But the truth is, when a woman says she is not ready, what she usually means is she is not ready with you. So instead of trying to prove yourself, it is healthier to respect her words and invest your energy into someone who is actually emotionally available. The fifth sign is when you are always the one initiating contact, meaning every conversation starts with you. Every good morning text comes from you. Every check-in is you. Every call is you. And if you suddenly stop reaching out, the communication completely dies, because interest is mutual effort. And if she never feels the need to reach out to you on her own, that means you are not really on her mind. The sixth sign is when you try to escalate emotionally or romantically, and she becomes vague or dismissive. For example, when you compliment her and she brushes it off, or when you express deeper interest and she laughs it away, changes the subject, or pretends not to take you seriously. Because some people avoid direct rejection by making you feel like your emotions are not important enough to address, which is their way of saying they don't want anything more without actually saying it. The seventh sign is when she constantly blue ticks you and never responds properly. Because again, being busy is normal, but consistently reading your messages and choosing not to reply, especially over days, is a clear sign of disinterest, since no one is too busy to send a simple reply to someone they genuinely care about. And one of the most important things you should never ignore is her body language, because nonverbal communication often reveals the truth more than words ever will. So if she pulls away when you try to get closer, if her body is always turned away from you, if she looks bored, distracted, yawns while you talk, or spends the entire time on her phone texting other people, then you already have your answer. At that point, the real question is not whether she is interested, but why you are still trying. So the main message here is simple. Stop wasting your time on people who don't value your presence, your effort, your energy, or your emotions. Because you deserve someone who is excited to talk to you, excited to see you, and excited to build something with you. Not someone who keeps you around as a backup option. And with that being said, if your woman does any of these things consistently, then yes, leave her. Not out of anger, not out of bitterness, but out of self-respect. Because the right person will never make you feel confused about where you stand in their life. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, leave a comment below, and let me know if this was helpful. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss future content. And until next time, take care of yourself, know your worth, and stop giving your energy to people who don't deserve it.